don't think there's anything like too much visibility. In fact, the world we are living in right now, everybody is doing something to be seen.
Exactly.
Anytime you are not doing anything to be seen, know that the next person is doing it. And you are only as good as you are known. How good are you to people if you can do this thing very well, but nobody knows that you can do it?
What's up, friends? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Take 'em So podcast. Yes, you're back with another exciting episode. It's your girl Irabna, and today we are going to have conversations about living your digital footprint. When you Google yourself, what comes? Does something even appear? Do you have a digital presence? Yes, so that's the discussion we are having. Our guest today is Dr. Elizabeth Kwashifovi. She's a medical doctor and she's a women's advocate. And she's a perfect person for this episode because she has started this thing on LinkedIn called Logged In with Liv. And it's like a conversation on how to build yourself when it comes to your digital footprint in terms of women advocacy. And I saw it and I was like, we need to have Doc on the podcast so that we can share, so that she can share, and our audience will get to know how to build themselves on the digital world. So, hi, Dr. Liv.
Hi, Abna.
Welcome to the Take 'em So podcast.
Thank you.
I'm so excited
Abna.
to have you, though.
I'm excited.
It's been
well.
a long time. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
But how has it been so far? Like adulthood. I mean, adulthood has been stressful. They never really prepared us for that phase. How has it been?
Tell me about it, Abna.
I should tell you about mine.
Tell me about it.
It's not been easy. I mean, like the fact that you have to literally be catering for yourself. You move from that SHS stage where your parents are catering for you. They are telling you what to do. Then you go to the university where there's that little independence. Then you transition after service and you start working. And it's like everybody has left you.
And the money stops coming.
Exactly. All of a sudden, you have to do some maths to make sure that everything is fine. At a point you're excited, at a point you are sad. I feel like you are not so well prepared for that. But how has it been on your side?
You left and right.
You know?
And you are supposed to be able to know or figure it out on your own.
Exactly.
Because you really can't go back home crying. Even if you can cry, you are, so in quote, a big baby.
Yeah.
So adulthood, it's a scam. If you ask me,
the biggest scam. They told us that
I miss my childhood.
You finish school, then everything will work out. Like when you veggie and all those things. That's
not what you see. That's not what happens. I mean, things will go well depending on what you are doing, depending on where you are going. If you have something and you are doing it, obviously you have days where things are going as planned, everything cool. Then there are days when things just go, you're like, what the hell is going on?
What the hell
is going on, right? So we have those days, but I mean, that's just life, right?
Exactly.
It's life. Life is like up and down.
Life is life.
So far, we are alive, we have life, so thank God. We give thanks.
Things we give thanks.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. But now let's zoom into our conversation that we are having for this particular episode. We are talking about building your digital footprint. What does it really mean when somebody, like when we say, oh, this person is building his or her digital footprint? What does it really mean?
Okay, so for me, what that means is that somebody or the person in quotes is making intentional efforts towards creating a certain persona or a certain personality or a brand, I would say, out there. And what a brand is specifically what you want to be known for.
Okay.
I mean, you can have so many brands, you can have so many personalities, but there is one specific thing that you might want to be known for. And so living digital or building a digital platform is just you being very intentional about something specific that you want to be known for. So that's what I think that means for me.
Quite interesting. But let's zoom into you. You have managed to actually build a very good footprint when it comes particularly on LinkedIn. Because I follow you a lot. and I've seen how you post your write-ups, how interactive they are. I'm like, wow, dog, you're doing so well. And I
Thank
know you have a
you.
very demanding career.
I
So how
do.
do you manage to do all these things all together?
First of all, the grace of God.
Of course.
I have to give thanks to God for
Exactly.
that one. And then second, planning. Planning. I'm not much of a planner. I recently just had to go into planning
Mm,
because of what I wanted to do.
mm,
So I had it in mind. I knew that okay, I want to build this digital brand there, and then I'm a doctor. I have a very demanding career as well.
mhm.
So if I'm going to do this, I have to get into my planning zone.
Okay.
So it requires a lot of like planning. I have to sometimes miss out on social activities, miss out on time with family,
Mm.
make huge sacrifices, time with friends,
Mm-hmm.
and my own personal time. Maybe a time that
Exactly.
I would have spent doing something for
Mm,
myself, something leisurely. I just decided, okay, this thing is very important to me.
mm,
And again, it depends on how important something is to you, right? So
mm,
if you think building a brand or a digital persona is very important, then it will go to show the extent you will go
mm,
to put effort into it. So I realized that okay, this thing means something to me. I want to do it and do it well. So
mm.
then let me divide my time. So it's always like every little time I get, whether I'm in the hospital, whether I'm in my room, whether I'm outside, I'm thinking of what I want to post on
Yeah,
LinkedIn.
yeah,
I literally
yeah.
came here and I was telling you when I was waiting for you outside, I was thinking, what will
What to
I post
post
on
on
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn.
So
Mhm.
that's my life right now.
Mm.
If I'm
She
not,
literally lives on LinkedIn. She stays there.
I'm not
Because the
thinking
way she
of.
replies to comments, like you see, she will just make a post, and all of a sudden, you see 173 comments, and she's literally responding to everybody.
I
I'm like,
have
Dr.
to.
Liz,
I have
are you
to.
not at the hospital?
Sometimes I am.
Wow.
I am. Maybe I've sent the patient to go and do this lab.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm back on LinkedIn because I'm talking to people. I see that as an interaction, and how I see that LinkedIn, I call them family friends. They are my literally my family.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've spent the time to put something out there, and somebody has also spent time to read it, they don't owe it to you.
Exactly.
Remember,
Exactly.
they've read this thing and then they've put down a comment. The least you can do is to come and reply, say
Exactly.
something nice. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, I even find that commenting, replying back is more important to me than even the post. Some
Mm-hmm.
people, you go, it's dry. Like they put the post out there, you
You
comment, they
there's
don't,
no engagement. That's
there's
why
no
we actually
engagement.
love our
I,
subscribers. Those who have subscribed to the Take I'm So
yeah,
podcast. You don't know how much we love you. We love you so much.
we
We
love you.
appreciate
I
you
love you too.
for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Tap on it right now. Thank you so much. Yes. So we are talking about the fact that you have to be very intentional when it comes to
Yes,
building your
yes,
digital
you have
footprint.
to.
You need to plan, plan,
A lot of
plan. Get to know
planning.
how you want to do this, what you want to do. But let's talk about what really inspired you to be very intentional when it
Okay.
comes to your digital footprint.
Okay, so two things actually. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I knew that I wanted to be more vocal, be
Mm.
more intentional about my public speaking. I'm somebody, again, like you introduced me, I'm a medical doctor, but I'm very much into women advocacy. I
Okay.
love to see women at their very best.
Empower women,
Yes.
empowerment.
Which is why even this podcast is one of my favorites because I
Oh,
mean, my girlfriend is doing this
oh
thing. Of
yeah,
course.
that's some
Of course, I'm
period.
here. So I love to actually, my mission or my aim mostly is to see African women live, thrive, live their best possible lives. I feel like we have a lot of potential, but sometimes our own self-imposed limitations coupled with what
Mm,
society
mm,
also then tells us, we limit ourselves so much. There's a lot we can do if we are given the room. So I want to be that constant voice, just speaking to African women, telling them that, hey, whatever you think you can do it. Don't let anybody restrict you. Don't let your own self be the one to restrict you.
exactly.
And these things are not things I'm thinking about today.
Mm,
I've had them. That's how I've always felt. I live them for myself.
exactly.
But then I'm somebody who doesn't really like talking. I would rather write than to speak.
Mm, mm.
But I also want to empower women. I
Yeah.
can't empower women from my
Without
room.
exactly.
They need to hear me. They
Mm,
need to see
mm,
me. So it got to a point where I didn't have a choice. I was like, Lazy, if you're going to do this thing, you need to put yourself out there.
exactly.
So that was one main reason I needed to get into the spaces where I would actually be able to be in touch with the people that I want to uplift, which is the women I care about so
Mm,
much. So that was one of the reasons why I just had to come out and then start putting my voice out there,
mm, mm.
mostly for the women. And second, also for myself, actually. I have this huge dream of one day speaking on big stages,
It will
becoming
come
this
to
massive
pass.
thought leader when it comes to issues of women changing policies. All the little things that you see, the places of power that women are not in. And so because of that, the things that mean a lot to us are not really being paid attention
Exactly.
to. I want to be the one to enter that space and say, hey, let's do this, let's change this. It will cause this ripple effect. It will change a small girl's life in this very village or somewhere here. So I need to I need to be seen. People need
Exactly.
to know that I'm there.
Let's
So
clock it. Let's clack it. Let's clack it. Let's
ah.
clack it. Let's clack it. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So basically that was the inspiration. When I knew that this thing I have to do it, I just had to. There was no way that
I love your
I could
inspiration
just
behind the what you actually do.
thank
But
you.
let's talk about authenticity.
I love
Because
that word.
authenticity, that's
I
a
love
big
it.
word. What role does it play when it comes to you actually building yourself? Because they're like, oh, be authentic, be authentic. Does it mean I have to share everything, every life story, everything that's happening in my life because I want to be authentic on social media?
Okay, Abinal. So let's get into it. It's actually a word I use a lot. And then if you go through my post, I'm always talking about authenticity, being real, community building. Being authentic doesn't mean you have to share everything.
Okay.
On social media, there are boundaries. And you set it for yourself, everyone in their own. There are people today that don't mind coming to tell us the color of their panties on social media.
Yeah.
Maybe to you that's too much. To them, they
It's
don't think
fine.
it's. So you have to decide for yourself the boundaries and the limits. If there are people who even have brands on social media, you don't even see their faces. You can
Exactly.
literally create a faceless brand. So if you don't want to be seen, your brand is about being faceless. Sure, go ahead. But then you can still be authentic in the way you put out your content, in how you relate with your audience, that it is so you. Even with this podcast, there's a way you are doing it as Abena. That
Exactly.
if somebody else comes to sit in this seat, the next episode, you see everybody will be typing, where is Abena? Where is
Where
Abena?
is
This doesn't
Abena?
feel like Abena. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the authenticity right there. There's something you bring to the podcast. There's a
Exactly.
realness you bring to it. So in building a brand online, authenticity cannot be understated. Like to me, it's so important because this is a lifelong something you are going to be doing. And if you come at it with, I would say fakeness for lack of a better word, because sometimes I know that people are not trying to be fake, but they just have this idea that maybe to be online, their real personality should be hidden or should be packaged. So they try and form this perfect persona. And then after a while, it becomes boring. It's tiring to keep up because it's not really you.
Exactly.
I am more of an advocate for the real you. Why? Because it will help you to find your people.
Exactly.
So if you are you and then you have your community, you know that they came because they like you.
Exactly. For who you are.
For who you are. Because then the day you change, you won't really change because obviously you are you.
Exactly.
But if you were trying or you were being somebody else and then you change, you see that they'll be like, oh, this is not how I'm now, or she has changed. You didn't even attract the real people you were going to attract. So it's so important. Authenticity in building it, very important. Just be yourself.
Be real.
Be real. Connect with your audience the way you are and do exactly what you want to do. The only thing is that your authenticity should not infringe on another person's. Your authenticity shouldn't be rude, shouldn't be filled with vulgarity, shouldn't be infringing on another person's human rights.
You just say your mind. You just say it as it is. So people should take it as it is. When you know that you're actually...
Some people use that as a yardstick to just say rubbish online. They just want to insult people and they come with the energy of me. This is how I am. Or I say my mind.
I'm very confrontational. Please. That's the word they mostly use. I'm a confrontational person.
You can be
so
confrontational and be kind. I am a very blunt person. And people know that sometimes I don't have to say it. People just, once I interact with people in a space for a while, they're like, we know that Lizzie will say it as it is. But I'm not rude. Like I don't like rude people at all. So being honest, being yourself also doesn't mean you should go out of your way to be rude or unkind to people.
Exactly.
So you always have to keep that in mind.
I'm actually learning though. And I love the perspective of which you are bringing your stuff, the fact that you have to be real and all of that. But let's talk about, there's this disease that, I don't want to be seen online. I don't want to be too online. Because if I post, it'll be like, I'm being too testy. I come with them and I'm posting too much. It's a thing that, I don't want to be too much online. What do you think can actually be done? when, like, in case if you want to build a digital footprint and you're too scared of what people are going to say, because what is saying that, hey, you are slim, oh,
Oh.
hey. How can you overcome these things when you want to build a digital footprint?
Okay. I mean, the doctor is here, so surely we'll cure the disease.
Diagnose that thing.
Let me diagnose it and I'll give the cure. I think I've seen that, and personally for me, I always like to use myself. I think I had a bit. I had a bit of that disease. I'm not much of a person who really thinks a lot about what other people will say when I'm doing something I want to do. But I do think about what a few people would think. So before I started this whole women's empowerment thing, I thought of my father.
Exactly.
I thought of my pastor because my pastor is somebody who follows me a lot, my writings, and he has been very supportive. So I thought, okay, now that I'm coming to say this thing, if I go and say this thing in a way that is, you know how the Ghanaian culture and society, Maswafo mekasi sisi ade grow horns. So I was worried about that a little.
Yeah.
And so I asked myself, is that enough for me? Like, is that enough to really stop me from going out there and voicing out this thing that I know that when I stand for this thing, millions of women will benefit from it? So I thought of the two, I weighed it. And I was like, you know what? My pastor is one man. My father is one man. If there's anything they can come to me, I can deal with them. I can explain my point of view. It's not enough for me to hold back myself. And literally, if I don't say this thing, I would be doing what I'm going to now tell these women that they shouldn't do. I am telling women that they shouldn't hold themselves back. And I am about to hold myself back because of what people would say. And so when I got into that headspace, it helped me. So I think that what people need to do is to really ask themselves questions. I always talk about introspection. It's like introspection is deep thinking. I'm always
thinking deep.
Inside my head. Sometimes I can be in a space, I'm inside my head because I'm always analyzing something, thinking about something. Before I do something, I always want to go around the thing. Look at all the sides, all the bad things that could happen, and all the good things that so I call myself a pessimistic optimist.
What's that?
A pessimistic optimist.
Okay, explain.
But you know what a pessimist is?
Yeah, somebody who doesn't look at the good side.
And an optimist.
Someone who always looks at the good side.
So I look at both.
Okay.
Because people like to say, always look at, no.
I'm that type. I always look at the good side. It's always right at the other side.
It doesn't work for me when I always look at the good side. I like to think of, okay, so what's the worst thing that will happen? So if I was maybe doing this podcast, okay, what's the worst thing that I'll put this out there and nobody will listen? I'll be sad. I've wasted time. This is personal to me. Hey, so nobody cared. Okay, so if that happens, what would that do to me? I like to look at what are the consequences of that for me? Will I die? Will I, like, how grave are the effects? So that I can weigh it. If it's not too grave, my life will go on. Then I know that if I then do this thing and that negative thing happens, I'm okay. Like, I'm prepared. I like to be prepared. That's why I don't always like to look at it. An optimist will look at it from the side that they will listen. They have to listen. They must listen. So I feel like if I'm too optimistic and they don't listen, then I won't know.
You have to listen. Why would you listen? I mean, why would you not subscribe?
But you should listen.
To you.
You should definitely listen. Yeah, so when you look at things from that angle, it helps you. Me, if you don't listen, nothing will shake me because I came prepared. That's how I view. So in terms of thinking of what people will say, you being too much, or why are you putting yourself out there in this way? People will always talk.
Exactly.
If you don't put yourself out there, they will talk. If you put yourself out there, they will talk. The point is, or the question you have to ask is your life about people or is it about you? What do you care most about? What the people will say, or your own mission, your own purpose, your own vision for your life? And when you are able to answer those questions for yourself, it will help you to then know that, okay, even though I know what people will say I'm doing too much, I'll still go ahead and do this thing because this is how much I care about it.
Exactly.
And I don't think there's anything like too much visibility. In fact, the world we are living in right now, everybody is doing something to be seen. Exactly. Anytime you are not doing anything to be seen, know that the next person is doing it. And you are only as good as you are known. How good are you to people if you can do this thing very well, but
And
nobody
nobody knows
knows
that
that
you
you
can
can do
do
it?
it.
Then they go and pick the next person
Exactly.
who is half as good as you, and you are thinking, but I could have done
Done
this
it
so much
better.
better. Well, they didn't know you could do it because you were thinking that you would be too visible. So in fact, I think that people should endeavor to be too visible, right? Because I don't think that you can be too visible. It's not even a thing.
We'll be recording the podcast every day.
It's not a thing. To me, I don't think you can be too visible. You actually need to do more.
Producer
Your producer is not happy.
is not happy about that.
That's a lot of work for him. You are happy, but he's not.
Okay.
So I don't think it's a thing. You actually should be doing more. Like, forget about what everybody else
Charlie,
is
put
saying.
yourself out there. Forget about what everybody is saying, because now you made a statement that you have to be visible to be
You're as
known.
good as you are known.
You're as good as you are known.
Yeah.
So
If you
make
don't
sure
know,
you're
you
putting
can
yourself
do it.
out
You
there.
can do it. I mean,
Don't make what people say prevent you from putting yourself out there. Now let's talk about creativity and consistency. People don't really talk about how hard it is when you want to create something. Even with this podcast that we do, trying to find a topic, trying to find a guest, trying to find a discussion, it's so hard. And consistency too is very, very hard. So let's talk about how, if you want to put yourself out there, if you want to build your digital footprint, how can you stay consistent? How can you stay creative?
Ambina. I don't even know. I don't know what to say, but it's hard. It's hard. Even just these few months. I've been on LinkedIn. I had my LinkedIn account for over 6 years. I didn't post a single thing there.
Over 6 years?
Yeah, I had the account. I opened the account and I left. In fact, I uninstalled the app because I was afraid of the app.
Really?
Yes,
I
there
think
was
I had
pressure.
the same issue.
I would open the app, see people, because you know when you tap on that app for the first time and you're not familiar with LinkedIn, you just, I'm thrilled to announce, I just went to this headquarters and I'm like, where are all these people attending
Where are you
this?
getting all these opportunities?
And it's like, what am I doing? Like, my life is literally useless or something. So I deleted LinkedIn from my phone. I didn't even want to go and tap on the app to come and get any hypertension, or please don't come and pressure me. But after a while, I mean, a couple of friends started, and then I had my one particular friend, Emanuela. She just, Lizzie, you have to come on LinkedIn. Lizzie, you do well on LinkedIn. You're a writer. LinkedIn is for writing. I was like, So I started, I went back. I started reading people's posts on it. I was like, okay, this place is not so bad. And then I downloaded the app back again, and I optimized my profile, like how we say it on LinkedIn.
You say, hi, LinkedIn family. It's me again.
You introduce yourself and all of that. So I started doing that seriously April of this year. Just April, and I've been going till now. And the honest truth is that it's not easy at all. If anybody says it is, I don't know, maybe they have a whole team or something.
Maybe.
Doing it alone, plus somebody you're doing this with a career, you're doing this with other responsibilities. Probably you have a family, some people are married and all of that. It's not easy, but there's one thing. I have a coach for LinkedIn as well.
Oh, okay. You have a coach?
Yeah, I enrolled in this program. They have programs there. So sometimes when you join some of these programs, it helps you to keep going.
Okay.
Because when you see other people also doing the same thing, you see them going hard for it, you won't even allow yourself to rest. So I joined one of those academies. Yeah. My coach, she always says that if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
And then once you decide that you're going to do something that is worthwhile, just keep at the back of your mind that challenges will come. Immediately you say, I'm going to start being consistent in building my online or my digital brand. That's when all of a sudden the headaches that you didn't get, you're starting to get your headaches. All of a sudden, friends or people who you have to go out. All of a sudden, some malaria here and there. All of a sudden, you wake up and you are not sick, but your body, you are tired.
Yeah.
You've not done anything.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all the ideas you used to have, they've flown out of your head. It's like little things that I would say the devil or whoever it is just throwing your way to try and discourage. All of a sudden, it's like you are being discouraged. You are maybe even discouraging yourself that, okay, but this thing really is it really worth it? Where is it going? Who is even... So a lot of things will come into play to try and discourage you from doing that thing. But you have to now insist upon it. you have to always remember why you decided to do this thing in the very first place. So you always have to keep going back to your why. If it helps, write it down like boldly somewhere. So that anytime the excitement, the motivation, the drive is going down, you quickly go back, you go and look at it, remind yourself that this and this and this is why I started. So let me get back at it again. Other than that, you as a person, naturally you are lazy. Sometimes you think highly of ourselves. You think, oh, I'll just wake up and I'll do it. I'll feel like doing. You won't feel. You will not feel like doing it, my sister. You won't. So you have to discipline yourself in that way. A lot of consistency is more about discipline. A lot more about discipline than motivation. All the times I posted, there were days that I literally said I would have to go to work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I want to post on LinkedIn. So I'll have to wake up very early, 5 a.m. And I'm thinking, I'm already 5 a.m. I'm already thinking, oh, what should I post? Maybe I would think, okay, 7, okay, get ready quickly. I'm in the hospital, I'm taking care of the patient, but I know that I've not made my post. Then I get some few lunch break because I've thought about it. I'll quickly write it, then I'll put it. Then when I close, I'm now responding to. If you don't put in that effort, you look at the schedule and see, my schedule is actually tight. And it's true, you're not lying. You actually have a lot to do. And you will always have a lot to do. There will always be something to do. But you have to decide, is this thing also as important to me as the rest of the things I have to do? And then put in that effort to be consistent. But in terms of the creativity aspect, I think creativity means different things for different people. But it's also very important when you are building a brand online. It is, because if you shoot content or you write something and it's boring, it's mundane, people can't really relate to it, it will be difficult for people to even gravitate towards you. So that's also another layer that you always have to now think, this thing I'm putting out there, what is like the best way or the most creative way that I can do this thing? Everybody has actually said everything you're ever going to say. Women empowerment, what has not been said?
Exactly.
But they've not said it the way I would say it.
Exactly.
So that's where the creative part comes in. There's a way I would say, there's a story I might link it to, there's a personal experience I might chip in. So all those things. So your mind will always have to be on the go. You're always thinking, how can I connect this to this, connect these dots to lead to this point? And people need to be able to follow you in that way. So when those two things come together, I think that you're good to go.
Interesting. But let's talk about logged in with Liz.
With Liz.
With Liz. Yes. You recently started it.
Yes.
Tell us about it. How is it going? What's the goal? So that if we can also connect with you on LinkedIn, then we can follow your series.
I would really appreciate it.
Connect to connect.
Oh, connect to link up. I mean, it's LinkedIn. Yes, so Logged In with Liz is my personal baby that's I've recently launched.
Personal baby.
Happiness One is a podcast. I like to call, because it's LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, we do lives. So I call it a live interview series.
Okay.
And the purpose or the goal basically is, I am into advocating or empowering women. And I wanted a platform where any woman or every woman I know or I will come into contact with who is already established, doing something notable, something of worth in their field. I didn't want to limit it to health. So when you go on my LinkedIn, you won't see much of health. It doesn't mean that I've eliminated it. If there's a health issue I need to talk about, I'll talk about it. But it's more for the women. So whether you are in business, whether you are in health, whether you are in mining, basically every area of life that a woman has done something of worthy of being noted, I want to invite those women. I want to interview them with the mindset that maybe there's a little girl, a young girl coming up who needs to hear from that woman who has done that thing and be inspired, because that's my mission. I want to inspire women to live to their fullest potential. And we always say that word, representation matters. I didn't understand it until very recently.
It really does.
Representation matters in the fact what you don't see others doing.
You really imagine.
Exactly. You think that you can't get there.
Exactly.
So if you can hear from that woman herself, because I am the doctor. If I say an opinion and I may even be wrong, but because I'm you won't even challenge me. Exactly. Yeah. So I want all the experts to come on that show Talk about how you are being the manager at your office. Talk about how you are selling that fish where you are selling it. Talk about how you are running that business. Talk about how you are doing that hair business. Basically, if there's another woman who is interested in doing that exact thing, they can literally see the blueprint. They can and it's LinkedIn, because when I bring them on, they can connect with them. You can speak with them. They can mentor them if they are interested in it. So that's the whole idea behind Logged In with Liz.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so wonderful.
Thank
Keep
you.
it up. Keep
Thank
it up.
you.
Keep it up.
So very
Please
soon.
invite me.
Oh, very
Invite
soon.
me.
Very soon.
I will
very
come.
Soon. I mean, we just I started it August. It premiered this August. I've had one guest on my show, Clarissa.
Okay.
She was quite good. I have my second guest coming up this month. I'll do it as well.
Okay.
I don't have time, but I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
In
That's
Jesus'
the
name.
spirit.
Yeah.
Amen.
I'll find the time.
Amen.
I know I found the time to come here. If it's important to you, like I said, you will make the time.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that you came. But
Thank
just to
you.
wrap the whole conversation up, give us some tips. Probably 3, 2. If somebody wants to build a digital footprint, because we are in the digital world,
Yeah.
give us some tips that we can follow so that we can wrap the whole conversation up.
Okay, in terms of tips,
I want you to look into the camera so that
Okay.
they can know
They
that you're
can-
looking into their eyes.
Okay, I'm looking into your eyes. I'm going to give you my 3 tips for leaving digital footprints online. I've already given one, but I'll rehash it. Your clear why. For me, that's the most important. When you come online initially, you will see a lot of people doing a lot of things. Some of them look so good. They look like they are doing well. You may come online with your idea. You have all these fancy ideas, you post about them, you are being active, but you're not getting the engagement, you're not getting the reception. So you may be tempted to sway, to divert, because this person's own is looking good at this very moment. And the only thing that will deter you from going that route is your clear why. If you have defined your why you needed to be this very thing at this particular moment for this particular person, it's difficult for another person's mission to now become your own because you know exactly what you want to do. So before you build any brand or any digital personality, just really sit down and have your clear why. The second tip I would like to give is the consistency I've not talked about. If you start, there's energy, there's excitement, people are receptive.
Yeah.
After 1 or 2, 3 comments, you see that people are no longer, you will be tempted to also hold back because it's like, myself, the motivation is not even there. But it's consistency and effort that will propel you to the next level.
Okay.
So always, no matter. And consistency doesn't mean posting every day, giddy, giddy, or it doesn't mean that if you miss one day, it means that you failed. Sometimes you are consistent for a week. Then the following week, for some reason, you slack.
Yeah.
My policy is that anytime I find myself slacking, that very moment is the day I get back up.
You bounce back.
Yes, some people are always waiting for the perfect, let me wait for the 1st of September on the first day of the...
Heavy lie.
You're just giving yourself more excuses. If you realize at 12 midnight today and you realize that I said I would do something, I started, and along the way, I missed. That moment is the time, that very time is when you get back up. Don't postpone it for any other time. So that's the second tip, because you can keep postponing and giving yourself excuses until next year and you wake up with regrets because somebody else has done the thing that
You wanted
to do. When God gives you the vision, He doesn't give it to just you. He has given it to multiple people. So if you delay, somebody else will carry out the vision on your behalf.
Exactly.
So that would be the second tip. I think the third one, was like the last one that I would...
The killer one.
The killer. I was a killer. I would say believe in yourself as well. Yeah, you would need a lot of self-belief, a lot of delusional self-belief as well.
The
So
Lulu is the Solulu.
You have to believe in what you are putting out there first. To think that it is too good before even somebody else tells you.
Exactly.
Because if you don't have that self-belief too, sometimes self-doubt can cripple what you have to say, your message. You can start watering yourself down. You can start...
Imposter syndrome.
So, yeah. even belittling yourself. Do I deserve to be here? Why are plenty people here? When I saw like a lot of, like how you said, a lot of people, I'm like, but what did I say that? And I had to quickly remind myself that no, you sat down and you actually thought of this thing and it's resonating with people.
Exactly.
People are saying it's good because it's good. It's not because they just want to like, because a lot of people have posted and they are not getting it. On LinkedIn, to get one like is
Yeah, I know, right?
people are posting, nobody's minding them, they are going into depression. So you always have to have that self-belief.
Wonderful.
And it will then push you too. It will resonate. People can feel it. People can feel the energy if you trust in yourself. And if you don't, also too, people can feel. So always believe in yourself first, and then other people.
Thank you so much, Dr. Liv, for coming. It was good having you, and I love the perspective that you've given. So yes, Dr. Liv has said it. The 3 tips: know your why. The Lulu is the Solulu. We've always said this. And the third one, I forgot. Consistency. Yeah. Yes, make sure you're consistent. And make sure you're putting yourself out there. Don't be too shy. It's all in your head. We are all shy, but they are inside. When you start to speak with confidence, be yourself, and be very authentic. So this has been the Take I'm So podcast, episode 14 with Dr. Liv. And no, give your shout outs before you close. If you have any shout outs you want to give to somebody, your loved ones.
Oh, I shout out to all my loved ones.
Hey!
My LinkedIn family. Yeah, my LinkedIn family right now. Like,
Vim.
I'm really enjoying them.
Okay.
And come and follow me on LinkedIn too. We are a big family. We are kind. Everybody in my community is like me.
Exactly. Okay. So this has been the Take I'm So podcast. Make sure you're subscribing. Subscribe. Turn on your notification so that whenever we post an episode, you can get it. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, on... Are you on LinkedIn? Yes. Now you're on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So follow us on LinkedIn at...
I saw you on LinkedIn, yeah.
Yeah, you're on LinkedIn. On Take I'm So _pod. If you follow, we'll follow back. That's a promise. If you follow, we'll follow back. So yes. And a big thank you to our production team, Drago Creative Hive, Oscar, and God Dave. I know I always don't get the name right, but Charlie, Take I'm So. So on 3, 2, 1, we say Take I'm So.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Take I'm So.